Shabbat Shalom and welcome to eitz This week's reading from the Torah is parashas Yisro. And he said, "Certainly I shall be with thee, and this shall be the token unto thee that I sent thee when thou hast brought forth the people out of Egypt. You shall serve God upon this mountain." Exodus chapter 3, verse 12. As Rashi explains, this was Hashem's promise to Moshe when he appeared to him at the burning bush. "I promise thee that when thou hast brought them forth from Egypt, ye will serve me upon this mountain. In other words, that ye will receive the Torah upon it." When God spoke to Moshe at the burning bush, Moshe asked, "Who am I that I should go unto Pharaoh, and that I should bring forth the children of Israel out of Egypt?" Exodus chapter 3, verse 11. God assured Moshe, despite his own doubts, that he would know that he was chosen as the Redeemer of Bnei Israel when he would serve God on this mountain. In other words, that Bnei Israel would serve him at the very spot Moses was standing on at that moment. For this was the culmination of the exodus from Egypt, the giving of the Torah on Mount Sinai. And it came to pass on the third day, when it was morning, that there were thunders and lightnings and a thick cloud upon the mount, and the voice of a shofar exceedingly loud, and all the people that were in the camp trembled. The impressive array of fireworks was more than a celebration of the liberation of a people from slavery. Rashi explains that Hashem preceded the people by appearing on Mount Sinai first, even before Moshe went up to receive the commandments. He explains that usually a teacher does not wait for the pupil. However, Hashem's august majesty preceded him, and his presence alighted on the mountaintop. Now Mount Sinai was altogether on smoke, because the Lord descended upon it in fire. And the smoke thereof ascended as the smoke of a furnace, and the whole mountain quaked greatly. Exodus chapter 19, verse 18. And the Lord came down upon Mount Sinai to the top of the mount, and the Lord called Moses to the top of the mount, and Moses went up. Exodus 19:20. Moshe, who had previously hid his face, for he was afraid to look upon God, when Hashem appeared to him at the burning bush, must have gained some confidence since that time. Only Moshe was permitted to climb Mount Sinai to speak with God. Furthermore, he was told by Hashem to charge the people lest they break through into the Lord to gaze, and many of them perish. Exodus chapter 19, verse 21. For as is written elsewhere, God is a consuming fire. Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 24. He is to be approached with awe and respect. Thou shalt fear the Lord thy God, him shalt thou serve, and to him shalt thou cleave. In the Hebrew, debakis, meaning to cling or attach oneself to God. It's mentioned in Deuteronomy chapter 10, verse 20. The Torah given on Mount Sinai is eternal. It was given to the Bnei Israel, children of Israel, as a ketubah, a marriage contract between God and Israel. This is why when a synagogue receives a new Sefer Torah, that is a new Torah scroll, it is placed under a chuppah, a marriage canopy, and paraded around while people celebrate. At Sinai, the people entered the covenant with great awe and respect, and even before receiving the commandments, they said, "Na'aseh v'nishma," we will do and we will understand. In other words, first we will do, Then we will understand. Only after performing the commandments will we begin to fully understand their value, meaning, and intent. This was the commitment that Bnei Yisrael made in regard to the commandments given by the Lord our God, who redeemed us from slavery in Egypt. Exodus chapter 20, verse 2. Shabbat Shalom.